Hi everyone, so today I'm going to do a review on Loving Tan's Ultra Dark Tanning Mousse. To start with, I'm going to say it is dark. It has got 13% DHA in it, so it is a lot darker than your normal dark tans that are advertised. I think Central Dark has got about 7 or 8% in it, and the majority of the others do too, so it is quite a lot darker. So if you do like to be dark, it's great. If you are a little bit dubious about it being too dark, they do this tan in dark and medium, and you can also get them in the 2-hour express, so if you're in a hurry you can slap it on, have it done in 2 hours, which is great. I'm going to start with the packaging. I really love the metallic pink. I just think it looks so posh, it's so classy. I think it's actually the best tan packaging I've seen. Like, Saint-Tropez is just simple dark. It just has that girliness about it. It looks great on your dressing table. It doesn't look out of place. So I really, really do love that. So the tan itself, it comes out quite dark. It's a proper mousse consistency. I really, really do like that about it. It's not too runny, it's not too thick, it's just perfect. And it does look quite scary, I'm not going to lie. When you first smear it on your skin, it's like, it is really brown, and it's kind of a reddish brown as well, which scared me at first because I thought, oh goodness, I'm so pale, I'm going to go really orange. Don't worry. It can look, to be honest, mine when I put it on can look quite patchy, so it'll all have tan on it, but some areas will have more tan than others. That's never ever got in the way of me having a flawless tan. It never has. Every time I've washed off the guide colour, because that's all it is the guide colour, my tan has been flawless. So as long as you've got some tan in every area, you are fine. It will go fine. Before I tan, I always use Loving Tan's tan removing mitt. It's got a pink and a black side. The pink side is for a lighter exfoliation, so you can use this midweek as well to make sure that your tan doesn't fade patchy, because I mean, it doesn't have a habit of doing it, but I like bubble baths, so when I have a bath it can make it go patchy. So I always use this maybe midweek just to try and take off the excess dead skin and keep my tan looking flawless. And then I use the black side because that is quite a harsh exfoliating side. I use that more when I'm wanting to remove the tan, ready for a fresh application. And I will probably do that the night before. And then I normally tan on a night as well, so then the night that I'm going to do it, I'll jump in the bath and just make sure that my skin's smooth with this as well, and that any excess tan is off, because it does take a while to get off if you want to tan every week, because it lasts about 10 days, but I really do like a fresh tan every Thursday night, Friday night. But that's personal preference. If you want to leave it 10 days, leave it 10 days. It's just a routine that I've gotten into. So once I get out of the bath, I tend to just towel dry, let my skin dry off. And then I go in with Soap & Glory's Righteous Butter. And I just use that on my knees, ankles, elbows, and I smother it all over my hands. That's just to make sure that the tan doesn't stick to any unwanted areas, really, because like my elbows actually have got quite a dark patch at the moment. I probably didn't put enough moisturiser on, but it can look a lot worse. So make sure that you just focus on your dry areas, and if you know that your skin is dry in a particular area, make sure you put moisturiser on it. That is just the best tip anybody can give anybody. So once I've moisturised, I get my Loving Tan mitt, which again is gorgeous. I pop it over my hand, like so, and then I just take my mousse and pump out. Tends to be 2 pumps for the base of my leg and then 2 for the top, because I do like to be dark, and I literally just rub it in a circular motion all the way around. It does dry fast. It dries really fast, so make sure that you are fast with it. It's not too fast to the point where you've got to like super speed do it, but you do need to make sure that you're buffing constantly, otherwise you can get a little bit of a line. But it's easily buffed out, to be honest. And if you do find you get a patch, you can just fill it in with a bit more tan. It's not the end of the world. It's not like it's going to be the be all and end all of your tan. It won't. Your tan will be fine. Once I'm in the front of my body, I like to tan my back, and I use Loving Tan's back applicator, which is quite mucky because I've used it. But it's really, really good because you can really reach back and you can get every area. And the sponge is so soft. It is so nice. And I think this is just like one of the best inventions ever, because I've used fake tan for so long now, and this is the first company that actually make something like this that I've come across anyway. It's just great because not all of us have got people on hand to tan the back every time, have they? So yeah, definitely get one of these if you're single or if you don't have anybody to tan your back. Yes, they are in need. And again, the packaging is beautiful. Just look at it, it's so pretty. I like it a lot. Once my tan is on, I'll leave it to dry and then I chuck something baggy on. And normally it is pyjamas, to be honest. I'll just get in my pyjamas and go to bed. That's it. Just get on your bed sheets. I change my bedding because I like my white sheets to be white. So I do have a fake tan bedding that is slightly stained with brown. But it does wash out if you wash it. Like if you can get in bed and then know the next morning you can wash your duvet, that's fine. But I'm really funny about washing it when I can't dry it on the washing line because it doesn't smell the same when it's being dried in the tumble dryer. And in the UK, the weather doesn't always permit for you to dry it outside. It does wash out though, and if you do get it on your clothes, it does come out of your clothes a lot easier as well. You're probably all wondering what I look like without tan, so I will insert a before and after photo in. It is before I tanned, and then I think it was about 10 minutes after I'd applied the tan once it had dried, because that showed the best colour difference. For some reason I can never get a good photo in daylight of the tan developed, but I promise you it is dark. I do honestly have to say this is my most favourite tan. You can order it off their website. It is an Australian website and they do market themselves as made by tan lovers for tan lovers, and I really just cannot praise the company enough for everything that they do. It's an affordable tan. It costs, for me, I live in the UK and I think it comes to something like 52 Australian dollars. And that converts to £29. I pay with PayPal, so they take something off it, but yeah. I think it equates to about £29, dependent upon the exchange rate. And it takes about a week to get here, which is fantastic. Australia's the other side of the world. It's the same as when you order from the UK, pretty much. So yeah, it is really, really fast delivery. And if you've got any queries or anything, you can just email them. The first time I ever ordered this tan, I was on holiday and I emailed them and says, look, I use Centre Dark, what do you recommend? And they assured me that the Ultra Dark would be dark, but if I really do like to be tanned, that it will make me tanned and I won't be orange. And thumbs up to the guys because they were right, and I've been using it a year now and I'm addicted. So yes, the bottle lasts ages. When you order it, you kind of think 120ml is not a big bottle of tan. Yeah, it isn't. It doesn't seem like a big bottle. I think this is my 3rd bottle in a year, and this is an unopened one just because my other's really messy and nearly empty anyway. But yeah, this, it lasts ages and I apply every single week without fail. I could be poorly and I will still apply my tan because I just need to be brown. I am not saying that being pale is disgusting or it's not attractive or anything like that. It's just that I personally prefer myself tanned because I am so pale, I do look ill. And that's just my personal preference. I'm not saying anything against, I've not got anything against pale people. I just thought I'd put that disclaimer in there. So yeah, I really, really love the tan. I really would recommend it for anybody. If you've never tanned before, I would definitely say go for medium and a push dark, because I know somebody who has ordered the medium and they haven't tanned in ages and they feel like that's really dark for them. So definitely start out with the lightest possible colour and then work your way up, because I wouldn't want you to buy the ultra dark and think, goodness, this is really dark. But if you are a tan freak like myself, then I would definitely recommend this. It only takes 6 hours to develop, which is fantastic for a tan, and then when you wash it off, that's it, it lasts ages. To prolong the life of my tan, I do moisturise every single day with my Soap and Glory Righteous Butter, and I do have to use, well, I don't have to use it, but I choose to use a hand moisturiser regularly because I suffer with really bad dry hands, and dry hands and fake tan do not mix. So if you've got dry hands, make sure you moisturise them regularly so that it doesn't flake off and fade weird, because you do wash your hands a lot, they are going to get dry. I really hope this review has helped you guys out, and I will link all the products that I've shown you in the video in the description box below, and I'll also put my blog and my Instagram in there as well. Bye!